Hello and happy Sunday again. Today is Sunday, February the 18th, and we are live. You're live with Kelly. It was so funny in our group just a few minutes ago, Cheryl posted that she was getting ready for her meeting tonight. So yeah, y'all are at your meeting tonight. Yeah, it's Sunday. It's February the 18th. And if you're watching this live with us and there's Cheryl now. If you're watching this live with us, hey Cheryl. If you're watching this live with us here on Facebook, it is Sunday, February the 18th. And if you are watching this later on YouTube, you can watch it on youtube.com and just search for If You Have an Egg. You can always watch it there. Hey Connie, how are you? And hey Wendy. And Wendy, I made what you posted today, or maybe you posted it yesterday. Anyway, I made that for our chat tonight, so we'll check on that in just a second. Hey Pat and hey Liz. Hey Betty. So if you're watching this live, I'll be doing a lot of chatting, and I'll be telling everybody hello. Oh, and Casey says that Alyssa is exhausted, that we wore her out. So John and I kept Alyssa today, and we'll talk about that in just a second. Hey Tammy, hey Colleen, hey Carol, and hey Kim. So yeah, so if you're watching this live, hey Jessica. No wait, is this the Jessica that it's your first time? So if that's you, say hello so everybody can say hello to you. Hey Aaron and hey Karen. And hey Mary, yeah, and Karen says she's loving all the Nana baby pictures. Hey Kathy. So yeah, hey Tracy. Good, Tracy finally made it for a live chat. Everybody say hi to Tracy, and hi Janice. Hey Sybil, haven't seen you in a little while, but and hey another Mary. So if you're watching this live with us, you understand why I'm doing all the hey hellos. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, I promise I will put down in the description. Hey Jackie, hey Ellen, and hey Cynthia, and hey Shirley. I promise I'll put down in the description when the actual chat starts. Hey Joyce, and hey Janet. So that you don't have to listen to all this. I actually had somebody. Oh, and I'm sorry. Sidetrack. It's Colleen's very first live chat. So everybody say hello, Colleen. Hello. But I actually had somebody on YouTube this week say, bleep girl. I can't say the word, but anyway, bleep girl, all that talking. And I thought, it's a chat. It's not called a stand here and try to look pretty when I've been, sweaty all day. It's called a chat. So yes, there's going to be chatting. Hey, Kathy. And hey, yeah, Wendy saying, hey, it's Colleen, sorry. But yeah, anyway, I was like, what do you mean all that talking? That's kind of the point. It's a chat. But anyway, so today is Sunday, February the 18th. And if you're watching it live, hello. Hello, Tammy. Hey, and my Christy found us again. She found us again. So awesome. So she's live with us. Yeah, so if you're watching this later on YouTube people, read down here in the description. And I promise I'll put it in the description when the actual content starts so that you don't have to listen to the chatting, because for some reason that seems to irritate some, not all YouTube people. Don't get upset with me. Some of the YouTube people, it seems to upset them. Anywho, whatever. So you are here with us live. So quick non-Weight Watchers related news today. Alyssa got baptized this morning. So we've been, it's been family all day long. Yesterday, my mom, and if you all have been around very long, you know that my mom, we used to call her Vegan Nana. Well, we still can call her Vegan Nana. She's just in captivity right now in a nursing home, so she's not able to cook. But she's the one that started cooking vegetarian and vegan meals for me and got me hooked on tofu, even though I'm not vegan, which will be evidenced by what I'm going to show you, the food, in a few minutes. But yeah, so Nana finally got to meet Alyssa. They had been quarantined because the flu and shingles were going around the nursing home. So yeah, she finally got to meet her yesterday. And if you didn't see the pictures, they were adorable. Bless her heart, she's almost 80 years old. And she found out, I guess, 2 hours before we came that Alyssa was coming to visit. And so her little arthritic fingers, she apparently exercised her hands for about 20 or 30 minutes to make sure that she could actually get a hold of her, and then she sat on her hands. She put her hands underneath her to warm up her hands because she didn't want them to be cold when she got a hold of her. But yeah, we walked in and she basically did not say, hey Barbara. Basically Nana did not say hi to me or Casey. She was like, give me the baby, give her to me. But yeah, she did a great job holding her. Alyssa kind of, slumped down a little bit. And once I got Nana adjusted back to where she needed to be, she took care of holding Alyssa, all by herself. So yeah, so anyway, it was really fun. And then this morning, Alyssa was baptized. And so that was, fun for all. And then Casey and Alan had a Daytona 500 party, so they enlisted the help of the grandparents. Yay! Oh, and hey, Monica. Monica says, "Nice that we're back live." Yeah, and Joyce said, yeah, they she loved the four generation picture. So yeah, it was all 4 generations, and it was 4 generations of women. So, and my mom is an only child. I am not. I'm a middle child, and then Casey is an only child, and so far Alyssa is an only child. So yeah, so it was, I don't know, it was just kind of odd yesterday. But then Casey and Alan had a Daytona 500 party. Hey, Evie, and hey, Sandra. So they asked if we could watch Alyssa. Oh no, how would we ever say no? So anyway, so we've been watching Alyssa all day, and yet somehow I still managed to get everything ready for the chat because my husband is a saint, and he basically did all the hard work and heavy lifting and changed the only poopy diaper. Yeah, and left Nona to just do snuggles and take pictures, and yeah, but Dusty loved her. So those of you who know Dusty, we'll try to get him here here at the end, but basically we had Alyssa, like, let me think, 5 hours, I guess, 5.5 hours, and hey, Allison. But we had Alyssa about 5.5 hours, and Dusty is exhausted. He's exhausted from Alyssa watch. So, yeah, I think he's kind of tired. Okay, so who remembers what your homework was for last week? If you're here with us live on Facebook, do this, give me a thumbs up. If you remember what your homework was from last week. If you attended a meeting, so thumbs up when you're live on Facebook. A thumbs up is you remember what your homework was. Okay, hey Debbie. And hearts, I want you to do a heart if you attended a meeting. So if you did your homework, do thumbs up. And if you attended a meeting, even including our meeting, if you were at our meeting last week, then do a heart. So you YouTube people, I know you can't see this, but it looks like a whole bunch of people did their homework, and a whole bunch of people attended a meeting. So everybody that attended a physical meeting, or if you attended our meeting last Sunday, you all get a Bravo sticker. And it's too bad that I can't, like, you know, put stickers on there somehow. But anyway, you all get a Bravo sticker. Oh no. Okay, so several of you did your homework. Like Christy did her homework, Donna did her homework, or Donna remembered. But Popsicle says, I blew through all my weeklies doing her homework. Okay, but did you track it? Did you track it? So Popsicle, we just want to know if you tracked it. So the homework for last week, in case you're wondering, okay, well, what was it? If you can't see the live, you know, the comments, because YouTube people can't see these comments. So the homework for last week was to eat out. So that's why I'm asking if you did your homework. That was the only challenge that I had for you last week, was to, yeah, and Popsicle tracked it. So that's funny because she's answering to Popsicle now. But anyway, so she did track it. So that's awesome. Even if you blew through it, awesome. So we did several times, and Mary tracked hers. That's very good. Awesome, Mary. So, so we did eat out. Well, we eat out, you know, we live downtown. So we eat out, and plus I'm, you know, like, even more busy than I ever was before, so we eat out, you know, quite often. So we did eat out when we had pizza, like we normally do. I had it double cut. If you all have watched me very long, you know that I double cut my pizza. Some pizza places will do that for you. You can have it double, you know, to have it already double cut. And I noticed that was an option on some, you know, some pizza that we ordered out. And, oh wow, let's see, Donna ate out twice, tracked it all, and she still had weeklies left. Bam. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. So, hey Jen, good to see you. But we, so we did, you know, oh, and Kim tracked. She ate out twice and tracked everything too. Awesome job tracking, girls. Awesome job tracking. So on the pizza, had it double cut just like always, and then had a salad, you know, had a salad with it, so that I could bulk it up. Remember hashtag bulk it up, which Jordan thinks is funny because I've had her writing that on index cards this week. But so then this morning, when we had to get up super early, like way earlier than we normally do, probably even though we attend church on Sundays, 2 hours earlier than we normally get up on Sunday so that we could go to Alyssa's baptism. So apparently Lutherans get up a whole lot earlier than Baptists do because yeah, that was super early. And so we didn't eat before we left, so we went through the drive-thru at McDonald's after the baptism and before we took custody of Alyssa. And it was funny because John said, when we pulled up to order, I was going to tell him what I wanted, and he just turned around and looked at me like, yeah, I know, you get an egg white delight every time. But I had bananas in my purse because I knew that this was going to happen. So I got an egg white delight. We shared a black coffee. We don't ever put anything in our coffee. And then I had bananas in my purse. Actually, I had 2 bananas and a clementine in my purse because y'all know I like to carry, backup food in my purse. So yeah, so I only had an 8-point breakfast this morning. So yeah, eating out. That was the stuff. Okay. I actually have a couple of food things to show you all first. It's funny, everybody seems to like it when we do food first, and the YouTube people behave so much better when we start with food. Don't know why that is, but they do. The first thing is, you all know how much I love my That Man's Chicken. And if you haven't seen the That Man's Chicken recipe, it is already on the blog. It's www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and just search, you can search that, and it'll come up. Hey Kathleen, so the That Man's Chicken is absolutely, oh wait, and Joyce ate out 3 times and she planned and tracked. Okay, everybody read Joyce's comment down here. She planned and she tracked it before she went. So before she went out, she already tracked it. Yeah, that's what we all need to do. And Tahira had steamed shrimp and broccoli with the sauce on the side and about a half a cup of rice, 6 points for takeout. Awesome, awesome. And Brandy said she had That Man's Chicken tonight. Yay! Yay. So y'all know how much I love That Man's Chicken. So the very lovely people at Dax, I don't know, they're not being mean, teasing, but it's just kind of a funny thing because I ran out of original red. I used the Dax spices, and if Casey's on here or anybody else that knows the website, it's just daxspices.com. But I love the Dax Spices Original Red on That Man's Chicken. And Kim had it too. Awesome. So I love it. Well, I ran out this week. And you should have seen me the last night that I made it. When I was making it last week, I was like taking every little last sprinkle that would come out of the bottle. I was trying to get onto the chicken because I was like, I've got more chicken. Because I was making 4 chicken thighs. And then I had the whole center of my air fryer filled with chicken breast tenderloin, to eat, for later, for other meals. And I was like, oh my gosh, trying to get every last little bit out of it because somehow I hadn't noticed that it was almost empty. So look what they sent me when I ordered more original red. Yeah, so I needed some more original red, and it comes in that bottle. This is what showed up. Yeah, so at first I thought this was a joke. I thought they were just being silly, but this is a real thing. You can order this. If you love That Man's Chicken like I love That Man's Chicken, okay, and I'm sorry, Betty says, if you don't have an air fryer, how long do you cook the chicken? Betty, it's like, let me think, if you bake it in the oven, I think it's 350 degrees, and I'm gonna say at least 30 to 35 minutes in the oven. Hey Tina, yeah, this is huge. Huge. Yeah. Hey, Rose. So I thought this was a joke, but this is really a container of original red. And guess what? You can buy these. I was like, okay, yeah, y'all are hilarious. That's so funny, that you didn't want me to run out of original red, that I got this much, to make sure I didn't run out. But this is a 19-ounce container. You can buy this. So if you love That Man's Chicken like I love That Man's Chicken, yeah, you can actually get it in this size. And they actually had 2 different things in this. This is called the Big Dax, and they had the original red and maybe the Super Greek or the green. I can't remember which one it was. But anyway, so they had 2 of them. Yeah, it is. And Mary says it's a restaurant size. It is restaurant size. Anyway, needless to say, I'm not kidding. I'll probably be through that. I went through my little bottle of it in, I don't know, 6 or 7, maybe 8 weeks, maybe. So yeah. Oh, and yes. Okay. Tracy says, is this salt free? Okay, Tracy, this is why I use Dax. Both of my parents have some health problems with retaining water. And yes, all of the Dax. So the girl that started Dax, her parents, I can't remember if it was a mom or a dad, but anyway, they had some health problems with that too. So for she and I both, retaining water is a health concern. Even though neither of us are ill, we're both trying to get ahead of this curve and not not end up with these same issues as our parents. But yes, it is salt-free. So all of their spices are salt-free, and they're delicious. And there's an absolutely adorable couple. So that, it's an extra bonus. Okay. Then something else, something I found this week. Let's see. Oh yeah, Lisa finally found the nutritional yeast, and she's spitting on everything, and she doesn't know why. She never had it. Yeah, so good. Oh, and Monica wants to know about the chocolate crave. Yeah, the chocolate crave has been so good. I've been using it in. Oh, Carol says it's too spicy. It's spicy? I don't think it's spicy. Hold on. We'll switch back to this. Oh, the big bottle doesn't have the ingredients on it, but it has like paprika and some other things in it, and I don't think it's spicy. Of course, I eat jalapenos, but anyway, so, oh, and Tahira wants to know, what about that man's pork chops, fish, steak, tofu, etc.? Yeah, seriously, I do. I do make it like that. And the tofu that I made the other day, I think I accidentally made that man's tofu. So, yeah, we'll talk about that another time. Hey, Carla. Good evening. So, yeah, something else that we were talking about in the egg group, and if you're not already a member of our group, we're back up to like 1,115 people. Hey, Nancy. I think we've got like 1,115, 1,100 and something, people have requested, to join in the last few days, just since I looked a little bit earlier. But anyway, Carol, I don't think it has. Original Red should not have any cayenne pepper in it. We'll talk about that. Maybe that's a different blend, because the original shouldn't have any. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But over in the If You Have an Egg group, and if y'all haven't joined, if you go over to join, pretty please answer the 3 questions. If you don't answer the 3 questions, and it doesn't have to be fancy. You can just say, I always say this, watch the chat, watch the chat, watch the chat. They don't have to be fancy. Yes, yes, no, whatever. However you want to answer those questions, just so that I know that we've been talking, that you watched the chat, that you're a real person, that you're not just some weird, stalker who for some weird reason would want to be in a Weight Watchers group. I don't know why, but there are strange people on the planet. Please answer the questions so that I know that it's you. But over on the If You Have an Egg group, it's a closed group. It's a closed group, so we keep mother-in-laws out unless you invite your mother-in-law. But if you don't want coworkers to know what we're talking about, and sometimes we talk about things we don't want other people to talk about or to know about, so it's it's a closed group. And I'll just sidetrack real quick and just remind everybody who is in the If You Have an Egg group. A lot of people have come to our group because I try to keep it a safe place. There's almost 11,000 of you all now, though, so it's hard for me to see every single conversation. If you think you're offended by something that someone said, hey, other Mary, there's my Mary. Okay, hold on just a second. We have to stop. I'm going to go back to what I was saying, I promise. Okay, but the Mary who just came on, so I'm not going to say her last name just because this will be on YouTube later. But the Mary that just came on here, if you all can you all see her? This Mary right there. That Mary, y'all need to say happy birthday. She just turned 77 years young, and she's still going to the gym and working out. So everybody say happy birthday to Mary. And if I had a singing voice, we would sing to her. But everybody say happy birthday to Mary. So she is 77 years young, and we're very proud of her. Okay. So back to crabby people on the group. If you're in the group, and if somebody says something that you think offends you, please just take a breath for a second, and maybe read it out loud to yourself, or think how you can, just maybe think what they're saying, because we've had a couple of people get their knickers in a wad lately. If that happens, and if you get offended, whatever, we can all just hug and move on. If we have somebody that's really being kind of abusive, please let me know, because I'll be sure and take care of them. You know what I mean? It's my group, and we have to play nice. One pretty please thing that I'm going to beg y'all to do. If we do have a little, because we've had a couple of snits, nothing major. Nothing like in some of the other groups. But if that happens, when it's done, please just let it die. Please let it die. Yeah, exactly, Cheryl. Just blow out the candle. Just let it die. You just breathe and just, blow it out. But please let it die. The only, I'm not even going to call it an issue, but a couple of the little tiffs, and they, again, not bad. They were not bad. But like after it was all done and after it was died down and after everybody had calmed down and apologized to each other, or I had just deleted the post because I have the right to do that. Then a couple of people were bringing it up again to make sure that everybody knew that there was some kind of little whatever. Yeah, that's not good either. So pretty please don't do that. So speaking of the group, okay, so some of the girls were, I think there was a video that was shared about this, and I thought, I'll show it to you in just a second, but the way this fruit had to be prepared, even though I wanted to try it desperately, kind of desperately, I really wanted to try it, I was not willing to go to the work to get into it. But I found it at Trader Joe's. Look, I know it's backwards, and YouTube people, there's no reason to fuss at me for it being backwards. It is jackfruit. And Carol says, yeah, we always say Elmo at work, enough, let's move on. E-L-M-O, that's enough, let's move on. I may start using that, Carol. But it's jackfruit. So everybody, not everybody, a lot of the girls over in the If You Have an Egg group were talking about jackfruit, but my gosh, what you had to do to get into the thing. I mean, it almost looked like you needed to take a machete to, you know, get it started and then peel all this really thick, I sort of say fur, all this really thick skin off, you know, and whatever. And it just, I don't know, it just looked really complicated and hard and like more time than I had time for. But yeah, so this is in a can. So I asked the girl at the checkout at Trader Joe's, if y'all go to Trader Joe's, if you ever have a question about something, please do not hesitate to ask them. Those people love to talk about their jobs. Most of them are happy. Most of them are very happy about their jobs. They have been some of the most helpful, friendly people that I found. So when I got up to the checkout, I was like, okay, jackfruit. I said, so this is jackfruit, just like in that big complicated, you know, hack into it, you know, whatever thing. And she said, oh yeah. She said, you know, that totally is. And so she was talking about mixing it with like barbecue sauce. Hey, Stacy. She was talking about mixing it with like barbecue sauce. And she said it had the texture. I don't know. I'm anxious to try it. Trust me, we'll be trying it this week. But she said it has the texture of meat. But it was funny because she cautioned me. Oh, and Carol says it makes great pulled pork. See, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking, was to like do some kind of barbecue something with it. But she was so funny because she said, I just need you to know though, this is fruit. This does not have any protein in it. And I thought, Lordy, she doesn't know who she's talking to. I'm the protein queen. But anyway, she's correct. It does not have any protein in it. But yeah, that's not a problem for me. So yeah, jackfruit. Very excited to be trying that. So it looks really good. Has anybody tried it out of the can? Monica says it has a bad smell. Okay, well, we're gonna find out. Okay, so let's move to some food. And one of the things that I made is kind of dying over here, so I might have to freshen it up just a little bit before we actually try it, because we're gonna try it tonight. This is what I'm gonna show you first. And then I promise it's 8:23. We still got plenty of time to talk about this week's topic, meeting topic. But the first thing I wanted to show you, because I did get to go to Trader Joe's, and I was so excited because it's probably been a month since I've been. So we have a dog sitter now that stays with Dusty Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because Casey and Alyssa are going to start coming to work Monday, Wednesday. Hey, Lacey. Casey and Alyssa are going to start coming to work Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting March the 5th. So we got a dog sitter, and we've been practicing with him, and thank goodness Dusty loves him. I mean, like, loves him to the point that sometimes it hurts my feelings a little bit because he wants him so bad. But that's awesome because he is a very nice young man and Dusty loves him a lot. So since we had the dog sitter on Friday, and John was going to come home and get him, I was like, and it was rainy and icky outside, and you know, you couldn't do anything, and we weren't going to get out and walk around or whatever. And I thought, oh my gosh, okay, while Al the dog sitter has Dusty, and while John's headed home, I'm going to Trader Joe's. So I hadn't been in about a month. Okay, so I'll show you, I'm gonna set the plate down. I'll show you what I made in just a second. One of my favorite things though from Trader Joe's, and this is so easy to make. If you have a Trader Joe's, jot this down, or actually the recipe, the actual recipe for this is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. So it's just www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. And I'll tell you what it's called here in a second. But if you don't have a Trader Joe's, I'm so sorry, because you're not going to be able to replace one of these ingredients, I don't think, with anything else. Okay, it starts with a Trader Joe's olive demi baguette. You can use the regular ciabatta, top baguette, but it starts with one of these. It comes long. If you get the little ciabatta, if you get those, you have to check the size because they have a 57 gram or a 75 gram. Our Trader Joe's only has the 75 gram size. If you buy it just as the little ciabatta roll, and I'm so sorry, Lynn doesn't have a Trader Joe's. Is there one within driving distance, like 2 hours? I mean, seriously, I would drive that far to go to one. But if you buy if your Trader Joe's has the ciabatta rolls, the little one, the 57 gram is 3 smart points. The 75 gram ciabatta roll, don't be fooled. The 75 gram ciabatta roll is 5 smart points. So, hey Melissa. So I've just been buying it as the baguette. Oh, Kim, you don't have a Trader Joe's either? How far away is the closest Trader Joe's? Lacey, how do y'all not live near a Trader Joe's? I know, we just got ours a couple of years ago, so I can't, well, it's been a few years ago, so I can't really say anything. But anyway, so it starts with this. So if you don't have one, and Betty says they're getting one eventually, if you don't have a Trader Joe's, I mean, you can find some other things like this, just the dip that I put on this, you're going to have to, yeah, I don't know, you're going to have to do it. Okay, Sybil says the nearest one is 45 minutes away. Go to Trader Joe's. Okay, Kim says 3 hours. I don't think I'd drive 3 hours. 45 minutes? Do it. Do it. Get a cooler and go to Trader Joe's. Kathy says 2 hours. That's pushing it. Lynn says an hour. Go, Lynn, go. Go, go, go. And Cheryl says TJ's is too peoply for her and it's 3 hours away. Okay, there are times of the day that you can go to Trader Joe's and it's not so peoply. But see, I've got my system down now. I don't shop, like I don't push my buggy down the aisle. I go right down the middle and I leave the buggy. And when I need stuff, so I'm going down the middle and I go over and get what I need, get what I need, get what I need, get what I need. Yeah, don't go down the side because the people that shop Trader Joe's all the time that know what they want, they're going to run you down. Yeah, don't ever go on Sunday afternoon. Never go on Sunday afternoon, ever, because you're not going to make it back out. So, see, I went Friday night. It was Friday night, and it was practically empty on a Friday night because, nobody's going to Trader Joe's on a Friday night. Okay, anyway, so it is an olive demi baguette. So it's the long one. You could use a French baguette if you've got a different kind of a grocery store, but you cut that into 16 slices. 16, and Monica says, yeah, could you post what to buy because it's an hour away? So Monica, this recipe, it's already on my blog. It's www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and all of the ingredients are on there. But I'll try really hard to remember to post the ingredients here too. Yeah, and Cheryl says her first time was a Sunday afternoon. No, I don't even go on Sunday afternoon, and I love Trader Joe's, but no. Okay, so this, hey Susie, how are you? So yeah, Trader Joe's demi baguette, and this one's the olive demi baguette, and you cut it into 16 pieces, and then you use, this is the part that I said I don't know if you're going to be able to find something similar if you go somewhere else. Yeah, and Tracy says the ciabatta rolls freeze really well, so she buys extra, and yeah, they do. Okay, this is the secret ingredient for this. It's the Trader Joe's artichoke and jalapeno dip. Cheesy artichoke, hey Nancy, cheesy artichoke and jalapeno dip. So the demi baguette, when you divide, hey Shanna, those little cuties that you were with today, awfully cute. And Debbie went to Trader Joe's after church today. So Debbie, I hope you prayed before you went, since you went on Sunday, because you were going to need it. But when you cut the demi baguette into 16, then if you eat a fourth of that, so that would be 4 slices. And when you cut it into 16, they end up being about an inch thick. And hey Christine, so that's, let's see, so each 4-piece section. So you divided that into 16. That's 4 points. And see, we've spent so much time on this, we're going to go over. Anyway, then the cheesy artichoke and jalapeno dip. And so on each one of those, hey Penny's here from Kansas. I put a half of a tablespoon of the artichoke and jalapeno dip on each one of those slices. Then I add a half of a tablespoon of Kirkland crumbled bacon. Now this I get at Costco, so if you're going to buy the Kirkland kind, if you're going to buy this already crumbled bacon, the Kirkland brand from Costco is my favorite. As much as I love Trader Joe's, that's my favorite crumbled bacon. So you can use any kind of crumbled bacon, but that's the kind I use. But I put a half a tablespoon of it on the artichoke and jalapeno dip that's on the slices. And then also from Trader Joe's, they have the best light shredded mozzarella cheese. It actually melts, and I'll show it to you in a second, but it actually does melt. Yeah, and it's, let's see, I think it's 1 smart point it's 1 for a tablespoon, so I do like another half a tablespoon of that on there. But this is how it turns out. And the way I eat it, I eat all 4 of them, and all 4 of them is 8 to 9 points, depending on, Lynn doesn't have a Costco either. Okay, Lynn, we're gonna have to get you up here and get you shopping so we can get you some food, because you're obviously deprived. But I always eat all 4 of them, and all 4 of them is 8 or 9 points, depending on how much. Yeah, Mindy says TJ's mozzarella is a game changer. A lot. They have got so many low-fat or fat-free things that are, yeah, like I don't know how I lived without them. But anyway, so this is how these turn out when they're done. And the reason we're having these for supper tonight is, again, because I got to go to Trader Joe's, and because we had Alyssa all day, so I didn't actually get to make any food. And this pretty much makes itself. All I had to do was cut the baguette into 16 slices, put everything on top of it, you know, bake them. You bake them in the oven, 350 for about 10 to 12 minutes. And then I hit broil for like 2 minutes, but watch the top of them. Just watch the top of them so that they don't get, you know, too brown. Yeah, and then again, a nice salad. So see, since I went to Trader Joe's, I've got the little Persian cucumbers on there and a nice salad mix and, you know, whatever. Okay, so that's one of the food things. The other food thing is sitting over here quickly dying, and we do have to talk about exercising here in just a second. Let me just spruce this up just a little bit. Okay, so in the If You Have an Egg group, I honestly can't remember if it was today or yesterday, and Popsicle will have to tell us which one. But Wendy Popsicle made a recipe that she didn't invent, I didn't invent. I have no idea who came up with it, but they're a genius. I did not have the exact same ingredients that, and Carol wants to know what dressing on the salad so that it wouldn't be gross before I ate it, because I can't eat it till we're done talking. I didn't put any dressing on it yet, but I like the Trader Joe's goddess dressing. Yeah, it's really, really good. Oh, and notice this. Thank you, Weight Watchers Freestyle. Thank you, Weight Watchers Freestyle, for making peas zero. I have fresh English peas from Trader Joe's on my salad too. But anyway, so Wendy Popsicle made this either yesterday or today in the group. And again, she or I didn't invent this, but and I didn't have the exact same ingredients that she had. So it's already posted in the group. It's posted in the If You Have an Egg group if you're already a member there. And I think if you search for Wendy, and her last name's not Popsicle, but sorry. Since there's YouTube people that will see this later, I'm not going to say what her real last name is. But anyway, you can go back and find it. And hers was like a chocolate lava cake. Mine's a little bit different because I didn't have the same ingredients that she had. So I had, she used self-rising flour and cocoa powder. I didn't have self-rising flour. So for mine, and I'll spruce it up again a little bit so it looks better, because the whipped cream I had on there kind of died. But anyway, so it was 2. So for mine, and you can go back and find Wendy's if you're in our group, but so for mine, I used 2 tablespoons of Kodiak Cakes mix, and I think can you see it? No, you can't see it. It's not over far enough. There's the Kodiak case, because everybody always comes back and asks me what it looks like. Oh, and Cheryl added the recipe to the files. Thank you, Cheryl. So, oh yeah, and Jordan, it says Jordan's watching. Whatever, Jordan, we know you're not really watching it. But anyway, so Wendy Popsicle made this, and my version has 2 tablespoons of the Kodiak Cakes mix in it, 1 tablespoon of chocolate Jello, so just the powdered sugar-free chocolate, sugar-free, fat-free chocolate Jello, whatever you're not. Jordan says, I am. She's not really watching it. Anyway, she just felt bad because she told me last week she doesn't really watch them. Anyway, so 2 tablespoons of Kodiak Cakes, 1 tablespoon. Oh, and Popsicle posted it on Thursday, so you'll have to go back and look for it on Thursday. 1 tablespoon of chocolate jello, powdered chocolate jello, so like what you would make jello pudding out of. You can do instant, or you can do the kind that you have to cook. Okay, hold on a second. Susie says, thank you for doing these chats. It means so much to me. I don't know where to go or how to get into your private group. Hey, so Susie, we'll show you how. So I doubt if anybody that's on here right now knows how to share that link, but I will do that at the end. And Lacey wants to know how many points it is in all together. It's 2 points, just 2. So I know Popsicles had cocoa powder in it. I didn't have any cocoa powder, so I used the Kodiak cakes, 2 tablespoons of Kodiak cakes. I used 1 tablespoon of the Jello chocolate pudding mix, 1 tablespoon of that dry, and then 1 tablespoon of, it is caramel syrup. I know Popsicle used Hershey's syrup, and I didn't have that, so I had the Smucker's Sundae syrup. And so I used 1 tablespoon of that, and a little bit of the Truvia baking blend, and 1 egg. She said you can do, Popsicle said you can do, it was supposed to be 3, I guess it was supposed to be like maybe 3 tablespoons of egg whites or something, but she just did 1 egg. I did an egg. So yeah, it's 2 points. And as long as your whipped topping is light, so as long as you have light whipped topping, 1 tablespoon. The original was a tablespoon. This ended up being like a tablespoon and a half because I had to add a little bit because it was dying. But anyway, I haven't tried mine yet. Everybody in the If You Have an Egg group made it sound like these were delicious, so y'all are trying this with me for the very first time. Oh, and you just mix it all together and microwave it for 30 seconds. Look at it, and if it still needs a little bit more time, microwave it for 30 more seconds. Don't do it for too long. Just do it in 30-second increments, because I have a feeling this would get really icky if you did it for too long. But it was so funny because while it was in the microwave, I was watching it, for that 30 seconds, and it went whoop, and it came up about that far above the cup. So we're going to try this together. Let's see how this is. And I wish Angie was here tonight, because she was always and maybe she is, and maybe she's just lurking, because she was always eat it, take a bite, see what it tastes like, tell me what it tastes like. So we're going to try it together. Yeah. And if that was, oh yeah, if that was hot, gosh, sorry. That's really good. That's really good. So for 2 points, that's really good. That would be awesome if it was hot. And yeah, that's really good. And so hers was more chocolatey. So mine's caramelly and hers was more chocolatey. Yeah, that's really good. So Lacey, you're in the group. You're in the closed group. Sorry, I'm going to put my whipped cream up. Hold on a second. Okay. So Lacey, in the closed group, Lacey, Cheryl has, it was Wendy, I'm going to call her Popsicle. It was Wendy Popsicle's recipe, and she posted it on Thursday. If you can go back and find that, if you can just search, hey Mindy, if you can search for Wendy, or I think it was chocolate, what'd you call it, Wendy? Chocolate lava cake or something. You can search on that within the group and you can find it. Or Cheryl has taken the recipe and she posted it in the files section for us. So thank you, Cheryl. Yeah, that's really good. So I'll be heating that up later and finishing that off after we finish talking. So I've left us with 22 minutes. Oh, and Nancy says nutritional yeast, yes or no? Do you mean, do I eat it or did I put it in this? Because that's a no on that. Oh, nutritional yeast, yes, you can use that on the artichoke bread if that's what you're talking about. But okay, and Popsicle says she thinks it's under chocolate cake. Yeah, it'll come right up, and Cheryl just agreed with her. Okay, hey Renee. So I've left us with 22 minutes to talk about this week's meeting topic. Y'all know me. Okay, so this week, oh, Nancy wants to know if it's worth buying. Nancy, I love nutritional yeast. I blow through a container of it, I don't know, probably every 3 or 4 weeks, I guess. I have to buy it at least once a month. And some people don't like it, though. Some people don't like it. I know. Nancy, you never know. People ask me weird questions. But, yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. But I know people who hate it just as much as I love it. But yeah, I love it. I use it all the time in a whole lot of stuff. Okay, and Jackie wants to know how can she confirm that she's in? If Jordan is really still here, which I doubt she is, but anyway, hey Marlene, she can check for us, or I will try to look tomorrow. I'm not going to make any promises about tonight, but anyway. Okay, yeah, and Debbie says ditto, heart, heart, because she loves the nutritional yeast, yeah. Oh, Jordan is still here, shocker. But anyway, so this week, this was your weekly for this week, and it's called, this week's weekly is called Move the Way You Love. And if you attended a physical meeting, you should have picked up one of these. If you missed your physical meeting last week, and yes, I know it's backwards. If you missed your physical meeting last week, then you can always, ask for another one. Your leaders should have them sitting out, or they should have them available. If you are online only, you can still download this and print it. You can go back and get the, get the older ones. But if you go to the first page when you very first log in log in to Weight Watchers, you do have to be a Weight Watchers member to get these. But if you are online only, when you go to that first login page, if you look all the way to the bottom, it's got like some different sitemap things at the bottom, and the weekly is one of those. Sometimes, depending on what they've got on that first page, sometimes it'll have the weekly topic. Like it might just say, the weekly topic might say, move the way you love. And then when you click on it, then it will give more of it, and it'll give an option for the weekly, and it'll print out, you can print it out as a PDF. So always get one of these. They have places to put notes, and we'll talk about my notes here in just a few minutes. And then they have ideas from other members, and then they always have a recipe. And this week's recipe is baked chicken with lemon and herbs, and it's 0 smart points. 0. Thank you, New Freestyle. Hey, Dolly. Thank you, New Freestyle. This recipe is 0 smart points. So this one has boneless, skinless chicken breast, table salt, freshly ground black pepper, olive oil, lemon juice, rosemary, fresh parsley, reduced sodium chicken broth, and a lemon. How yummy does that look? And yeah, it's 0 now, thanks to Freestyle. So the move it or lose it. I got a question for y'all. What is, if you can only pick one exercise that you would never, and I'm sorry, thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl posted here. So if you are watching this on Facebook, Cheryl just posted how to find that on the app. If you're on YouTube, you really need to come watch us on Facebook too. So if you're watching this later on YouTube, I'll just read it to you real quick. Cheryl says, when looking for the weekly through the app, once you're on the weekly, you will see the word weekly in blue. And if you click that, then you'll see the entire one. So, but if you could only pick one form of exercise that you would never, ever, like just absolutely not, you would not do it, I want you to post it here. So what is your least favorite, most hated, what's your least favorite exercise to do? So I'll start. Mine is running. It's not pretty. It's not pretty when I run. I don't like it. It hurts. I don't know why anybody would do it. I'm out of breath. Yeah, see, Christy agrees, running. I'm out of breath before, I don't even know if I've made it a half a block or something, and Cheryl says elliptical. Colleen says running. I think running is probably going to be a popular one. Our leader, Lynn says running. Our fearless leader, Gwen, doesn't like swimming. Like that's her last thing, running, jogging. Yeah, Popsicles, running, jogging. Kim is running. Cheryl is running. Yeah, there's going to be a whole lot of runnings. Yeah, running. Valentina says running or planks. So, Loretta says treadmills. So, that's your least favorite one. Y'all keep posting them. I can't read them all out, but y'all keep posting them. So, if running is my least favorite, Lisa says Burmese and push-ups. I do not know what Burmese is. Oh, and we got another birthday girl. Julie's here. So I'm going to sidetrack again. Yeah, so we had 2 birthday girls this week. So if you all see Julie come in, say happy birthday to Julie. And again, if I had a singing voice, I would sing to her. But okay, and Debbie is doing a 5K and a 10K this weekend. Great. That is awesome. I'm going to pick on you actually. So let's say that the next time that we're down at Disney, if Debbie comes over to see me again at the campground, if Debbie says, hey Kelly, you know what would be fun? Let's go for a jog or let's go running. It's not going to happen. So as much as I love Debbie and as much as I love spending time with her, especially at Disney, if Debbie showed up at the campground and said, let's go for a run, then I would say, no, let's not. Let's find something else to do. So I don't like it, not going to do it. Again, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But if she called and said, I want to come over so we can go for a run, or hey, I want to come to the campground, let's go for a run, or whatever, if it involves running, I'm probably not going to do it. What she did instead is, when I was down here this last time, she said, hey, I'm part of a great meetup group called Walking at Disney. Not running at Disney, not jogging at Disney, walking at Disney. And she said, hey Kelly, would you like to come join my meetup group just as a guest, no commitment, because we like to walk at Disney. Yeah, I was all over that. I love to walk. So I want you to think about still keep in mind your least favorite exercise, the least favorite thing that you do. And then realize what they call this, and I know it's backwards, move the way you love. It doesn't say you got to get off your rear end and do something you hate. It doesn't say, hey, 9 out of 10 of your friends are running, so you have to run. Or like Gwen, the reason she doesn't like to swim, she's afraid of the water. She's not comfortable around the water. So why would she ever, do that? Oh no, and Loretta said she used to be a runner, and now that she's older, she killed her knees, and now she needs a knee replacement. That's another reason I don't run. I'm just kidding. But you never see walkers or people that walk. You never see them, running around with a running injury, a walking injury, whatever. But yeah, so the topic is not, get up and do something you hate or get sweaty until you die, unless you like that. It wasn't, make yourself uncomfortable, out of your, comfort zone, whatever. Yeah, so don't. Please don't ever pick an activity that you hate. Don't join a group that does an activity that you hate. Yeah, you're setting yourself up for failure. So, according to Weight Watchers Weekly, moving is a gift that keeps on giving. So it's not just about the exercise, it's not just about the weight loss that you could enjoy with that. But if you stretch, walk, stretch. Are y'all listening? Not running. If you just stretch or walk or any sort of physical movement, it doesn't just help shake the cobwebs from your brain. So, it kind of gets the, if you're just sitting around in the, zombie land, whatever, it shakes the cobwebs away. It can boost your self-esteem, lighten your mood, and even help you sleep better. So Dusty is living proof of that right now. Karen and I took him on a 4.5 mile walk today. Like I said, John was doing all the heavy lifting with Alyssa today, but I couldn't leave because Dusty's still so new to being around Alyssa. I couldn't leave John and Alyssa here together, so we took him on a 4.5 mile walk. He is zonked out. He is out, and I promise you, Karen and I both will sleep better tonight because we had a 4.5 mile walk, and I got in 14,000 steps. I know I will sleep better. I know I will. Bonus, activity plus weight loss. So the two of them together, activity plus weight loss, can help you lose up to 20% more than just changing your eating alone. Me personally, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure that exercise helped me lose my weight. I don't know that it helped me lose my weight, but I can tell you this. Exercising, any form of exercising, helps me keep it off, so it helps me maintain my weight. Hey, Bernice says, hi, I love your posts. Thank you. I love that you all watch them. So any kind of activity, the walking, and y'all know walking's my favorite, so walking, whatever, it helps me maintain my weight. Hey, Tedders. So I don't know about helping me lose my weight, but it helped me it helps me maintain my weight. I know I'll look better in my clothes when I've been exercising. I can definitely tell when Karen and I don't get to walk because I start to get a little saggy in the, wearer area. It does make me feel better. It does help me sleep better. I don't seem to have as many hot flashes, if we got our walking in, if we got our exercise in. But the one way that I think it does help with my weight loss, if I've exercised that day, and I usually try to get up and get it done early. I try to get it in early because if we do walk at night sometimes, but if I don't get that in early, then I tend to, lose track of it throughout the day. Or Karen and I have scheduled a time to, to do it. But if I've done that, so if I've done my exercise and I've gotten it in, I've noticed that I'm on track easier. I stay on track easier. I don't get so carried away on the eating. When I don't get to exercise, those are the days that when Jordan or somebody says, "Hey, you want to McDonald's?" I go, "Sure." I get off track easy. And thank you, Jordan put up the Facebook link. Thank you, Jordan. But those are the days that I get sidetracked. Those are the days that I'm like, meh, whatever. I didn't get to walk today. It's going to rain tonight. It's been raining for 3 weeks. Noah came by. He had the ark, but he was full. So, forget it. I didn't get to walk, so I'm just going to eat. I'm just going to eat whatever. Yeah, those are the days that I get sidetracked. So, I try to exercise. So, here's what you need to do. You need to pick something that's comfortable. So there's like 3 things that you can do to make sure that whatever you choose is going to be right for you. Comfortable. Comfortable is number 1. I am not comfortable running, so I'm never going to do it. It does not make me comfortable. I'm not comfortable. It hurts. It hurts to me. Anyway, so it's not comfortable. You need to make sure it's comfortable for you. And comfortable for you is not necessarily comfortable for me, and comfortable for me is not necessarily comfortable for you. So just keep that in mind. 2, it needs to be something that brings you some joy or some fun. So it brings me joy. It brings me joy to walk with Karen. It's fun. It is fun. It was fun today to take Dusty with us because we went down next to the river. It was pretty, and it was so pretty finally today. And I think this is it. I think this is our last pretty day. But it was fun to take Dusty because he found things that Karen and I don't see when we walk down there, and he smelled smells that we don't know what they are. But it was just fun. It was fun to have him with us. I do like to walk by myself. When I walk by myself, I usually wear headphones with music, but it's more fun to walk with a friend. Or when John and Dusty walk with me in the morning, that is fun. Some days when John and I walk with Dusty in the morning, that might be the only time that John and I actually get to talk to each other, that day. So, yeah, so I love that. And convenience. So we live downtown. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jordan says walking by Calhoun's is her favorite place in Knoxville. Yeah. So, and Dolly, I'm sorry, Dolly's having problems with her mom. Her mom's having heart problems, and so she didn't get to eat right, and she got off track. Sadly, been there, done that, and know exactly what you're going through, and I'm so sorry you're having to go through that, Dolly, but you can do it. Just get mom healthy again, and then get right back on track. But convenience is a big thing. So I live downtown, so walking is super convenient because we walk to eat, we walk to walk, we walk to shop, we walk for everything. So that's, it's convenient. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to buy anything. I don't have to do anything special. I can just walk. So this week, in your weekly, notice I've got notes in here. So the little exercise that we did this week is what to do. So what moves you? You've got to, since you've got to be, you've got to pick something that's fun, something that you're willing to do, and you can go in your, you actually have a book that you got if you attend meetings, or these are available online if you're an online member, but it's called Do What Moves You. And I think it's, for those of us that attend weekly meetings, I think it was a green book. I don't really remember. But it's got a picture on the front. And it says, Do What Moves You. And on page 10 and 11, it goes through some brainstorming things. And it actually has these little circles that you can fill out of things that you like to do. so that you can combine, so that you can combine those. And thank you, Tedders, for praying for Dolly's mother. But like the circles interlink so that it can help you narrow down, what you like to do so that you can, focus on that. But one of the exercises was, what will I do? So what are you going to do when you decide, okay, I'm going to try something, I'm going to do some kind of exercise. I have decided, even though I walk with Karen on Monday. Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry. Kim says it's orange and it has a woman on the front. Orange, green, whatever. Yeah, that's it. So, the green one might be the Eating Out book. But anyway, so because we've had such bad weather, and I've been saying this for a year, I decided to bite the bullet, and pick up a second thing, a backup, an alternate, and an additional form of exercise. That's something that I could do, something that would be fun, something that's going to be comfortable, and that it's going to be convenient. So what will I do? It says make it simple, clear, and doable. So you have to pick something specifically. And thank you, Christy, for the love for Dolly. And their example was play ball in the yard, walk around the neighborhood, go for a bike ride. If it sounds like fun, it's a great idea. Okay, so what I'll do is join a gym. Okay, I'm not going for weightlifting, not interested. I'm not going for any high impact, whatever classes. Again, not interested. I'm looking for somewhere to walk inside when it's rainy and icky outside. I'm looking for a backup. I'm looking for a secondary place, but with some other options, because I want to try. I know a couple of you all said you didn't like the elliptical. That's one of the things I want to try. It looks interesting to me, so I want to try it. They also have a stair thing that's just like stairs that are moving. That actually looks interesting to me, because I like to go up and down the stairs here downtown when we walk at the TVA buildings. So that's interesting to me. And they had some other classes and some little, and thank you all for giving Dolly so much love. But so they had some other interesting things like an ab area, and things like that. So join a club. Join a club is what I'll do. So join a club. Then when will you do it? So I've been saying I'm going to join a club. I've been saying that I'm going to do that for a backup. I've been saying it for over a year. So this time I said, when will I do it? Make time for moving more and you'll help make it happen. Designate specific days and windows of time you can devote to it, whether it's 15 minutes, 30 or more. So join a club was my thing. And when am I going to do it? Wednesday night. So that was last Wednesday. Then where will I do it? If it's not enough to say I'll just walk. Map out a route so that you know what to expect. And yes, a few loops around the same block works. That counts. So I said Planet Fitness. I'm going to join. So I said what I'm going to do, join a club. When I'm going to do it, Wednesday night. Where I'll do it, Planet Fitness. And I know this is a one time, but now I can build on this. I can build on this for my plan for next week. And then with whom will I do it? Casey. So if y'all can see that, Casey and I decided that on the nights that I'm not walking with Karen, or if it's rainy, she and I have joined Planet Fitness together. So she's going to leave. She's going to be at work a couple of those days a week. And then she's going to take Alyssa and when Casey says, I'm so sorry, I'm distracted. I'm excited about starting Planet Fitness with you. Yeah, you almost blew the surprise because I hadn't actually said it yet. But we just joined Planet Fitness and we joined on Wednesday. And we got I keep calling it Black Label and that's not it. But we got that so that if it's raining and I need to talk Karen into coming with me, that she can come as a free guest. If Casey can get Alan to come, he can go as a free guest. If John and I are traveling, we can use it anywhere. We can use it to anywhere in the continental United States. We never go out of the continental United States, but anyway, we can use it anywhere that there is a Planet Fitness. So we looked at several places and we thought that was the best bang for our buck. We did it. We went ahead and just committed to it. So I've been talking about it for a year, but now's a perfect time because Alyssa is she's big enough that, Daddy can keep her while Mommy and Nona go and work out. So we're doing this. So this week's plan, what, join a gym, when, Wednesday night, where, Planet Fitness, with whom, Casey. So now that I've done this, for next week, Casey and I will be coming up with a plan for what we're going to do. Maybe it's going to be the elliptical. Maybe it's going to be try the stair thingy. Maybe it's going to be try the, there was a circuit thing for abs. Maybe it's going to be that, but we'll decide together. When are we going to do it? We're going to be doing it on Wednesday nights and Saturday afternoons after work. So we've already got our wins down where Planet Fitness, got that worked out. And Planet Fitness is halfway in between both of us. So if I leave downtown and Casey leaves where she leaves her house. If I leave downtown and Casey leaves her house and we meet in the middle, it's almost exactly in the middle. So talk about convenient. Yeah, definitely convenient. And since Casey, I'm 50 and Casey's a new mom, I think as far as comfort level that we're going to be on the same, I think we're going to be on the same wavelength comfort level. Is it going to bring us joy or fun? Heck yeah, it's my daughter, you know. So yeah, we're going to have joy and fun. If she can keep me from watching Criminal Minds every night, though, because I noticed on the TVs that was like on 3 of the TVs. But yeah, that's going to bring us joy and fun. And I think it's going to be a challenge, you know, for both of us to do that. And it'll be something, you know, a little bit different. Plus, it's going to give me and Karen somewhere to go if the weather's so nasty. So it's comfortable. I know Casey and I'm 50. She's a new mom. But you know, both of us are going to have some limitations, so it's going to be comfortable, and we're not going to be, you know, in major competition with each other. Neither one, we're going to push each other, but we're not going to push each other too much. It will bring us some joy, and it'll bring us some fun. It has to. It's going to be us together. It'll be a crazy time at Planet Fitness. Everybody, watch out because Kelly and Casey are coming. And convenience again. Oops, we're after 9 o'clock. So downtown, Casey's house, we're right in the middle. So, yeah, I think it's going to be absolutely awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And we will keep you all updated on it. Yeah, so it's going to be an amazing and awesome time. So, guess what your challenge is going to be? Guess what your challenge is going to be this week? I want you to try some exercise. It doesn't have to be strenuous. You don't have to kill yourself, and you don't have to. And if you don't like it, don't do it. You know, if you don't like it, stop. But I want you to try something new this week, some new exercise. So whether it's Leslie Sansone, you know, walking DVD. Like Karen got, and I've been wanting to try one. Karen bought a Simply Fit board. You know, the thing you saw on Shark Tank where you have to balance your feet on either side of it, and so you balance and then you start doing the twisty thing. She got one of those this week, so that'll be Karen's. She's already got her challenge, you know, pretty much in the bag because she's trying that. Yeah, so if you're going to try one of those, or if you're going to try a gym, or if you're going to try walking, or if you're going to do, you know, like get some water bottles or some cans, you know, like this can of jackfruit that I got. This is a 20-ounce can, so it's a little bit more than a pound. So, you know, if you're going to try that, if you're going to do some arm exercises with that, you know, Nancy started yoga. Cheryl has a fit. She has one of the fit boards. Yeah, so everybody find something new. And again, it doesn't have to kill you. It doesn't have to be a big deal. It doesn't have to, you know, it doesn't have to be strenuous. You don't have to pop a sweat if you don't want to. You know, some people don't like to sweat. I don't mind to. Karen, I don't mind to get wet. But just do something different. I want you to find something different to do. Yeah, and that's what I challenge you with this week. So everybody's going to find a new exercise. Everybody's going to try this yummy cake that Popsicle made. So I hope you all will try that. That was like one of the easiest things I've ever done, and I'll be heating that up and eating it later. Yeah, but you're going to do something fun this week. We'll keep you posted on how Planet Fitness goes. Oh, and Janet says she's going to take up pickleball. We were talking about that Tuesday night. I want to go watch somebody play pickleball. Somebody here in Knoxville invite me to go watch pickleball. I'm just fascinated with it. I would love to see what that is. So yeah, find something fun. And Betsy says that board scares her. We did talk about in the meeting that you might want to hold on to a chair or something, you know, when you get on it. But anyway, oh yeah, and Casey says wait until my Valentine's Day gift comes. Don't know what it's going to be, but apparently it's going to keep me occupied even more every day. Okay, so everybody, good luck with your fitness challenge. Dusty is passed out, or I would go get him for you. Be sure and look at all the pictures that I'm going to post of our fun day with Alyssa. But y'all have to see Dusty next week. Maybe he won't be so worn out. So he had Alyssa all day and then went for a 4.5 mile walk. If you could see him, he is laid out. I'll post some pictures here though of him and Alyssa. They were really cute. So, okay, everybody have a great week. We are 5 minutes over and John is hungry because it is time for our supper now. Yeah, so y'all have an awesome week, and I want to hear how you did with your challenge. So I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.